ready? Ready, go! Ready? What's jet? Where did he go? Down, ready? Blue 30, where did he go? Here we go, ready? Right, 80, go, go! Down, ready, go, go! Down, ready, one, go, go! Ready, go! Ready, ready! Hey, move! Ready, go! Ready!
stands tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Wisconsin Badgers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys?
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will come out first. A lot of tight finishes when the Gophers and the Badgers battle for the Axe. Minnesota taking a tight one last time out.
And I promise you, Wisconsin's heard about that all year long. Minnesota getting the Axe a year ago. You see the film, you see the highlights of it, Palmer, and you want to change that starting today.
Yeah, and I think Minnesota's expecting Wisconsin's biggest punch and their best punch in this game. You're going to get it anyway because this is the biggest rivalry game they play all year, but because of how last year finished, and winning that game so close, they knew Wisconsin was going to come out firing in this game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And that's good plays back-to-back, getting him on the ground. And I tell you what, just good job wrapping him up, not letting him get yards after contact and make your defense really have to work harder. Great job getting downhill, making tackles, and now you're set up pretty good. 3rd and medium, probably a passing situation. Nice physicality by this defense.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Joseph fires to the wideout. In traffic, it's Brooks. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Badgers have this offense rolling. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Keep it on the ground. Sees a crease. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. The Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Powers inside. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Badgers!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hayes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Golden Gophers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And now we get a look at Darius Taylor. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, you're seeing more and more offenses in college football use running backs in the passing game. This guy is the prime example. He's a guy that deserves all the touches and all the catches he's had. Because David, he's basically a receiver playing the running back spot. He can hurt you taking handoffs, but this guy can run the route tree. He can get out vertically down the field, catches it in traffic. Such a great versatile weapon to have.
And usually you see running backs, it's a little bit awkward when they do catch it, but like you see, his arms are stretched out. He catches it with his hands. And the offensive coordinator told us this week coming in the matchups, he's got a playlist for this guy, right? Get this guy the ball in space. He's going to make sure he gets several touches and several matchups where he can get him. If he gets him matched up on a linebacker, that's a matchup they want to go attack. So this guy's been a weapon out of the backfield.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like...
Snags it, and there's running room. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working, so this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Hits inside. It's Lindsey. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Going to the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throwing Joseph. Look out! Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The moments, the big plays from rivalry games like this one etched in your memories, and here are some that I'm sure will bring back some warm and some heartbreaking memories. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Joseph. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball.
Makes a grab and room to run. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Badgers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Quick give. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun, just to watch the teams react at the end. And they know, starting this game off, one of them is going to run across the field and get an enormous axe. How flipping cool is that?
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Badgers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get first and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle, you know. But they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill, and making the tackle on first down.
Throwing Joseph. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Out wide left, it's Thompson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence.
Looking deep. Upstairs to make the catch. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Golden Gophers will snap it on first and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Rushes on. Buried before he could blink. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. On play action. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch their momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just drives it between the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Left side, it's Rigby. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. And the Badgers in the hurry-up. Joseph. The sure hands, it's Coleman. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Complete, left side, Coleman. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Throwing Joseph. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Turning it on. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Going to take a shot. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
and it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Badgers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, during that last drive, their starting quarterback set a new school record for passing yards, and the sideline made sure to celebrate him. There is so much energy, enthusiasm. They're patting him on the back, patting him on the helmet, guys. He's had to leave his helmet on because he's getting so much love and congratulations. We'll see if he can go back out there and make even more history here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Makes the catch, it's Thompson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Defense.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. All this intensity, all this build-up for an axe. What kind of axe do you have at your place, David?
Well, I have the body spray, but no, this rivalry obviously means so much. These programs built so similar to each other. So many tough guys on this football field wanting to come out here and swing that axe.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Trying to squeak through the pile. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Just smothered on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota! Getting set for the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Deep in the end zone, it's Kearney. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Joseph. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Second down to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Fires left. Makes a connection. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Throwing Joseph. They're all over it. And down he goes.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Second down, gonna throw it. Between the hashes, it's Rigby. Down he goes.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Joseph from the gun on third down, and he avoids the sack.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Badgers are rolling down the field. Looking for running room. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Badgers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
How How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Badgers! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Under pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Lets it go for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Trying to establish the run. They were all over it. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's complete to the left. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They go play action with Joseph. Fires quickly. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the foot.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. The Badgers look as if they're ready to start swinging that axe with authority as they're starting to thump the Gophers.
Well, I think Wisconsin knew coming into this game they needed to be the more physically dominant team. And, David, it seemed like it's been that way so far.
Yeah, and that's where it's good to have to be able to lean on. Even in rivalry games with high emotions, when you know who you are and you're physical and you can be the more physical team, you can get the lead. Now, just got to hang on to it and finish the drill.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To throw, it's Lindsey. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Out wide left, it's Smith. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Got to make the play on 4th. Knocked down immediately, and he'll be stopped short of the sticks.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Great place to start for this offense. Joseph. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Badgers! And the punishment's been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position, and the returner will be dragged down. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Makes the catch. It's Tracy. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Oh, Wisconsin. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Wisconsin has Paul Bunyan's axe. Goalposts have been figuratively chopped down, and the Gophers have been literally chopped down. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.